Hi everybody, welcome back to Canada's Boxing Channel. Let's talk some boxing. Let's talk some American boxing. We've spent a lot of time recently talking about fights involving UK fighters or held in the UK or both. And we've spent possibly more time than I wanted to talking about the upcoming Usyk-Dubois rematch. And not because of anything that the fighters have said. As you know, it's because of what I consider to be the reprehensible behavior of Don Charles and his son. But putting all that past us or behind us, let's talk about the upcoming fight this Friday. Well, it'll be Friday evening for me. For UK subscribers, it'll be sort of early hours of Saturday morning, I guess. And that's the fight that's being held in Times Square, New York. It's Fatal Fury, City of Wolves. Now, as much, of course, as I don't like any boxing match to have the word fatal in it, I understand that this is a tie-in with a comic video game franchise thing. Please, somebody under 40 can probably add in the comments what this is in relation to. When I Googled it, there were lots of cartoon sort of things, but like clearly, it's not designed for my demographic, okay? Let's just leave it at that. The last time I played a video game, I think it was Call of Duty on Xbox, the original, I guess. Anyways, I'm not a gamer. So forgive me if I've messed this up or gotten it wrong. I'll try not to make a mistake about the boxing, which is tied in with this thing. Now, there's 3 fights on the card that I'll talk about. There is a 4th fight, but I'll just talk about 3 fights. And the first fight I'll talk about is one where I think there may be an upset. But it's Teofimo Lopez against Arnold Barboza Jr. Now, the betting odds, I checked these odds yesterday, I guess. So the decimal odds for Teofimo Lopez are 1.43, Arnold Barboza 3.0. So Lopez is the favorite to win. He's, I should say, this is for the WBO Super Lightweight Championship. The champion is Teofimo Lopez, and the interim champion is Arnold Barboza. Lopez is 21-1. His only loss was back in 2021, like 5 fights ago, against George Kambosos Jr. He's 27 years of age, 5'9" tall, 68-inch reach. Activity levels, 2 fights in 2024, 1 in 2023, 2 in 2022. I guess, would it be this most famous name on his resume is Lomachenko? Yeah, probably. Interestingly, he refused the face-off with Arnold Barboza Jr. Now, whether that's because I just don't respect you, you're not worthy of me of being talked to, or is it something else? I don't know. Does he still have sort of ghosts of that loss to Kambosos Jr. in his head? I don't know. Anyhow, Arnold Barboza Jr. is record is 32-0. And like I say, he's the interim super lightweight champion. He's 33. So at these lighter weights, I think age is more important. A 33-year-old heavyweight is prime, whereas a 33-year-old lightweight is getting a little long in the tooth, shall we say. 5'9", 72-inch reach. So he's got some reach advantage over Lopez. He beat Jack Catterall the last time out. It's 3 fights in 2024. I have a sneaky suspicion that Barboza Jr. might upset the apple cart here. Even though, like I say, Lopez is favored. But I wouldn't be surprised if Barboza Jr. can pull something off. So that's one that I'll be probably most keen to watch, to be perfectly honest with you. And maybe I'm reading too much into this face-off thing. Like they're both, they're clearly the two top guys. But I wouldn't be surprised if Barboza can pull this one off. Let's move on. Let's talk about Devin Haney against Jose Ramirez. The betting odds, this won't surprise you. None of these are really 50-50 fights in my book. They're, anyhow, I will try not to digress. The odds here are 1.08 for Devin Haney. It's almost not worth betting, to be honest. He's 31-0. He's 26 years of age. He's 5'9", 71-inch reach. Smooth fighter. He controls everything off his jab. His jab is, he can feint with it, he can throw it from all sorts of angles. He's a really smooth fighter. There's no doubt about it. Formerly considered a pound for pound, top fellow. The question I have is, now I understand that he was beaten by Ryan Garcia, but it was declared a no contest because, of course, Ryan Garcia failed a drug test. Will that beating, however, have an effect here in the 6 inches between his ears? Because in some respects, boxing is like golf. It's all in your head. Now, of course, it's not so pronounced, but when things get in a fighter's head, a fighter is a different fighter. I mean, look at AJ. Anthony Joshua has got perfect physique, works like a slave in the gym. He really is should be perfect, right? But he's got this thing in his head that messes him up. Anyhow, I said I wouldn't digress, and here I am digressing. So anyways, Devin Haney in 2024 had no contest loss. It is a no contest on BoxRec. He's an undefeated fighter, but like I say, in his head, Ryan Garcia. 23, he beat Prograis, and 23, he beat Lomachenko. Now, of course, Loma was, maybe not at his best. Jose Ramirez is 29-2. Oh, the betting odds, 8.0. So he's really, sort of big underdog here. He's 32. Devin Haney is only 26. Same as what I said about Barboza. Age becomes a bit of a factor. 5'10", 72-inch reach. So he's got a slight reach advantage, 1 inch. He's, how would you describe him? Determined, gritty, workmanlike, likes to wear people down. I think this might be too much of a stretch, to be honest, with Devin Haney. Unless Devin Haney is not recovered from the beatdown that he had from Ryan Garcia. Activity, 24, he lost to Barboza. He had 2 other fights, one in 24, 23 he won against Richard Comey. I would anticipate this to be fairly easy sailing for Devin Haney, unless, like I say, that Ryan Garcia fight took too much out of him. So I think, as much as it's a tempting bet to bet on the underdog there, I would personally pass on betting on this one. It's not worth risking any money really for Devin Haney, with the odds being what they are. And then we get to what I suppose is the main event. and it's Ryan Garcia and Romero. Now, Ryan Garcia is substantially favored as well. Betting odds here 1.11. Romero 7.0. Interesting with Ryan Garcia, he's the A side. And, a couple of years ago, people were thinking, well, Ryan Garcia, is he all he's made out to be? Is he all hat and no cattle? Or is he all sizzle and no steak? He fails a drug test, beats Devin Haney as a failed drug test guy, right? Like he's on drugs and he beats Devin Haney. But you would think that in the eyes of the public, that would mean that he's, his name is mud. But perversely, it seems that he's more popular than ever. Like I say, I was down in Los Angeles last week and, talking to people, right? As you do, right? Coffee shops, whatever, bars. And Ryan Garcia, King Rye, people love him. It's a strange thing. He's 24-1. He lost to Tank Davis, of course. 83% KO ratio. 26 years old. 5'8.5". 70-inch reach. 2024, the Devin Haney fight, no contest. 23. Beats Oscar Duardo. 23, he loses to Tank. Romero, 16-2, 81% KO ratio, 29 years of age. So age isn't going to be an issue, I wouldn't think here. 5'8", 68-inch reach. Ryan's going to have the reach advantage. He lost to Isaac Cruz. He's lost to Tank Davis. No shame in that. 24, he was active twice. 23, active once. Moved up from super light, of course. Both these guys have got the ability to close the show, right? Both these guys have got knockout ability. I think that we will see Ryan Garcia prevail here. I don't think this fight's going to go the distance. I think we'd see somewhere like round 5, round 6, knockout. And I think what's going to happen is that Romero is going to get caught with one of Ryan Garcia's left hooks. And I think that's going to be the end of proceedings. Now, of course, I could be wrong, but that's how I see this fight unfolding. So I see Ryan Garcia winning. I see Devin Haney winning. And I think we might see Arnold Barboza Jr. being the upset. It'd be interesting fights. It would be more interesting if it was Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney. It's almost like this is set up. Well, not almost. It is set up for this to be a Garcia-Haney rematch. They've just got to get through Romero and Ramirez. But it'll be interesting. I'll be watching it and I'll be reporting out on it. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Are you looking forward to these fights? Do you think my predictions are, sensible? Do you think that I'm completely out to lunch? Let me know what you think. Will you be buying it? So, or if you are in America, are you by any chance traveling to it? So let me know. Please like, please share, please subscribe, and we will talk fairly soon about the upcoming Canelo fight, which is held the day after, all part of this same promotion. Thanks for your time as always. Wherever you are, have a fabulous day. Thanks for watching. Cheers.